This weekend, an animated continuation of the Night at the Museum franchise drops on Disney+. So today I'm going to stop and rank all 4 Night at the Museum movies from the worst to the best. Hi, my name is Shawn, and I love to talk about movies and TV way too much. With that in mind, go ahead and join me down below in the comment section. Share your ranking of the Night at the Museum movies. My list isn't the right list, it's just my list, and I would love to see yours, and let's get started. In last, the new one, Kahmunrah Rises Again, and it's fine, it's fun enough. I do appreciate that it's a more traditionally animated film, but it very much plays like the Saturday morning cartoon version of Night at the Museum.
Get me out of here!
Get me out of here, please, is how we say it like a big boy.
Plays things very safe. You have mostly just returning characters. You have a returning villain. The lead character is the son of the hero from the trilogy of films.
That was weird. You're a weird boy, and you make me uncomfortable.
In which case, it's just playing it very safe, and this is the sort of thing that when I was growing up, they did a lot of Saturday morning cartoons just like this, where you make the hero's kid the star, the focus of it, but continue on with all the same characters. And so, you know, you get the adventure that you want because it's animated. There's some things that they can do here that are more difficult to do in live action to pull off and be believable. But in general, the spark, the magic just isn't there. Likewise, with where they go with the plot in the back half of it, it kind of loses the plot a little bit of the idea of being at a museum, the adventures of all these different characters at a museum coming to life. That's not really where this movie goes. It goes off in this whole other direction. So it's like, okay, I think we're getting a little bit lost in the mythos here. And instead of playing out the promise of the premise, we're doing something entirely different. So it's not like awful. It's entirely watchable. It doesn't tarnish the franchise. Doesn't have much to offer that's interesting or much of an expansion of the series. In third place, Battle of the Smithsonian, and to be perfectly clear, there's not a lot of difference between the movies in the original trilogy. They're all pretty close for me. There's not an obvious best or an obvious worst, but it's a ranking, so somebody's got to be at the bottom. And once again, you have a fun movie here where you get a bunch of charismatic actors playing these historic figures or historic archetypes and just chewing up scenes.
Is that you breathing? Because I can't hear myself think. There's just too much going on here.
The way the plot is designed, it plays essentially like a chase movie. As soon as things kick into motion, our lead character's on the run with Amelia Earhart, Amy Adams, from Hank Azaria, Qumran, and so it moves at a breakneck pace from set piece to set piece, and that's probably actually why I have it in third of the original trilogy, because it doesn't have enough moments where it pauses to let you breathe and enjoy the concept enough. It's moving so quickly between all of the bits, all of the jokes, all of the action set pieces that I miss kind of the slower moments of some of the other films in the franchise. Likewise, the movie sidelines almost all of our characters besides Ben Stiller from the original film. They have basically just cameo appearances in this movie, and we get a whole new set of characters, which is kind of fun. You get a lot of some up-and-comers and new faces in the mix.
Let's watch you do nothing when I do this.
I've seen things you cannot imagine. Like what kind of stuff?
But you miss some of your favorites from the first movie. So it's still a lot of fun. It's still solid family entertainment, but probably the one that as the whole I thought was the weakest of the live action films. Our runner-up, Secret of the Tomb. And this movie benefited greatly for being a movie intended to close out the trilogy, and thus they were trying to kind of finish out the mythology, explain how some things worked, and bring things to a satisfying conclusion. So you just kind of end on an emotional high. Because of all of that, the main plot line is able to have a little bit of mystery and intrigue in it as our Ben Stiller's character is trying to track down the secret of the tablets that led to all this power and everything taking place with it. It gives us a ticking clock with the magic starting to fade. It gives us a clear objective of what they're trying to accomplish with all of this. And because it was trying to close things out, they realized, all right, people want to say goodbye to their favorite characters from the first movie, so it brings back our original set of characters. You get a couple fun new ones in there, and it's just a nice, satisfying resolution to our adventures at the museum. There's also some real standout little bits in the film, in particular, the sequence in the Escher drawing. Just a real clever way to take the concept of the tablet and build it into an action sequence inside of the film with an artist known for doing things that are weird and interesting. And that, like, when you do that, you immediately go, oh, this is fun and different. I've never seen anything like this before. So a real solid way to close out the original run of films. But in first place, the original Night at the Museum. And for me, I tend to have a bias towards first films and franchises because I just love that original discovery of the fun of the premise. And in the case of this one, it's a pretty straightforward idea. What if there was something that could bring to life all the exhibits at a museum?
Everything in this museum comes to life at night.
You can explain it in that one simple sentence and you know, oh, okay, I know what that's gonna be like. And the movie delivers on the promise of that premise. And then they made the wise choice to just get a bunch of really fun actors to play all of these characters. So whether it was kind of a well-established comedic and dramatic actor like Robin Williams, or the up-and-comers of Owen Wilson, Ben Stiller, who were like at the prime at the time this movies came out, they just got all this big talent to play all of these larger-than-life characters from human history, and it's just fun to see that play out on screen. So much so that, like, the actual plot line about the former watchmen trying to steal the tablets almost feels superfluous to the whole process, because you're just having so much fun with the basic idea of the shenanigans that would take place in a museum if the exhibits came to life. So just one of these nice, fun family franchises that takes a simple premise, plays it out with a bunch of fun actors, and it's a good time for the entire family. And I know my whole family was enjoying watching through this set of films over the last week. So it all started with this one, so it comes in at number 1. If you enjoyed this video, I've done some rankings of other family franchises. You can check them out right over there. Thank you so much for watching, and keep talking movies and TV to watch. Bye-bye.